Hello everyone. Good morning. In my country it's morning right now. Yeah, this is Maria Abanga, your psychotherapist, chiming in from Douala, Cameroon in Africa. I just came in from a long walk, a very productive walk in the sense that I was able to process a lot of things in my head. I love exercise. It's a time for me to process stuff in my head and to produce some other things, at least in thought form. And I was also very excited to receive this book, from the author. He's in the US. The title of the book is Mama Sango, The Tragic, Untimely, Unnecessary, and Preventable Death of a Hardworking Mother. The author is called Benjamin Zama. And the book was written in 2016, and he says it's based on a true life story. So this means that it's a story. Some people had to go through all of this pain of having their mother die tragically, untimely. They say it was preventable, and it was from undiagnosed diabetes. And yeah, my grandma also died from mismanagement of diabetes, right? So it's something that touches a chord, and I'm thinking about it. What do we do with our pain? Do we produce purpose from pain? He's written a book. My grandma, my mom set up a foundation for her. I remember myself, there's so much pain I've been through in my life, but I produced purpose from this pain. I hear people say, I discovered my purpose, but I really want to say that we produce purpose because you have to be in that mindset. You have to be in that disposition to do something with all of that pain, to process it first of all. While you are processing it, you're thinking about what you can do with that pain. If you're not looking at it from that angle, then you might never do anything with that pain. You might instead want to push the pain away. You might want to numb the pain. You might not even want to process the pain. You might want to live with that pain. You might want to cajole the pain. You might want to embrace the pain. You might want to pretend the pain wasn't there. And it is going to catch up with you. And then you end up living a life of misery, a life of what? What can I say? A life even of jealousy, envy. You are angry at the world. You hate people who are living their best lives. You don't know what pain they've been through or what pain they're still through, but you don't know that they processed that pain and decided to produce something beautiful from that pain. I have an organization, Hope for the Abused and the Battered. I was once an abused person. I was once a battered woman. I was once an abusive woman. I was abused. I also abused my ex-husband. I went through so much trauma as a child, so much trauma. I made a lot of wrong choices in my life, but I'm like, no, that's my purpose in life, actually, to inspire, motivate, encourage people from all walks of life with my personal experiences. So whatever that experience was, I have to see how I can inspire people with that experience. I have to see how I can motivate people with that experience. I'm doing a lot of videos from anywhere, anyhow. I want people to know that it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter all of those things. It matters what you are producing from each and every of those experiences, especially the painful ones. We live in a world today where some people tend to want to go with the flow and the Instagram and the Snapchats and the Facebook likes and follows and all the makeups and all of those things. And it's like, how happy are you with that life, chasing the I don't know what, keeping up with the Kardashians or whatsoever, all of that plastic life? How happy are you with that life? What is the pain you are covering through trying to live that life, right? You should be able to live, find a balance. I mean, it's okay. At the times when I also go all feminine and do all the makeup and the wigs and the everything, but it's fun for me. It's like I'm finding a balance between my feminine energy and my masculine energy. But for a long time, I just buried that feminine energy. I didn't want to tap into it. I didn't want to go into it because when I was feminine, I went through so much pain. I endured so much. So it was like, no, I have to be a strong woman. I have to be an alpha female. No problem. But even in that alphaness, you can still find your feminine and you can still find that balance. So I'm just so happy that I'm able to process my pain and produce all of this beauty out of that pain, this purpose. I can inspire people, and I'm inspiring a lot of people. And so I want to encourage people, whatever you are going through. I was watching this Red Table Talk with Smith, talking about how he processed his pain of 30 years of not talking to Auntie Vivi in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I could never imagine that he wasn't talking with such a woman. I watched that show and I just love this Auntie Vivi because she was very small, mannequinish, and her husband was bulky and everything, and yet she was keeping the house together. Oh my goodness, how could they have gone through so much? And she lost so much because of her misunderstanding with Will Smith. But Will Smith did not process that pain immediately because, well, he was on top of the world. He was after something and he just didn't care who he was crushing at the time, or he didn't even know all of that. But then he came to this maturity and he realized that, oh, I should do better. And yeah, if you go and follow his YouTube channel, even the way he and his wife Jada are living now, processing their pain and producing something beautiful, that Red Table Talk show, it's helping a lot of people. I see even the Estefans, they're also a very prominent Spanish or Mexican family, I don't know whichever of them, but they're using their pain to produce beautiful episodes that so many people can connect with and then say, oh, well, this pain doesn't have to kill me. I can do something beautiful with this pain, right? So please don't give up if you are going through such pain in your life, or you have been through and you don't know what to do with it. The first thing I would advise is process the pain. That's what I was looking at last week. So I think you can just go through my channel and you're going to see this episode. It was TherapistMAG 005. You process that pain, and when, I don't know how, I don't know why, because it's good for you, it's very healthy for your mental health, your mental well-being. You can't keep dragging all of that along. I think 30 years was just too long, and he did well, Will Smith did well to process that pain, and now this is what he produced from that pain, talking about it so openly and so vulnerably, so that many other people can tap into that healing or into that gift, of looking at their own pain like that. So what are you doing with your own pain? Please don't be ashamed of your pain. We all have been through something. We are still dealing with something. Don't mind that you are seeing people smiling all over the place and stuff like that. You just don't know, and maybe you don't want to know. Focus on your own pain and then process it and then produce something beautiful, something meaningful, something purposeful. When you do that, you are actually feeling like I'm living a purpose-driven life. And that's why I love that book by Rick Warren, The Purpose-Driven Life. Purpose comes from pain. I'm actually subscribed to Dr. Emily Morse. She's a sex therapist. And yeah, one of my pains in life was not finding fulfillment in my sex life. And I'm happy to be doing that. One of my goals this year was actually to tap into my sexuality and to find sexual healing. The year is not over yet, so I'm not giving up. Corona came and put things on a standstill, but I used all of that period to learn a lot about sexology, and that I have the right to express myself, to say what I want, to do the things that I would normally cringe, stuff like that. Have some fun. Why not? We only live once, right? So don't put yourself on hold because you're afraid to live. You're afraid to push past that pain, to bloom, to say, I went through this, yes, but it did not kill me. No, I'm not numbing it. No, I'm not going for substances and all of that. No, I'm not going mental, talking to myself and doing very, I don't know, maybe irrational and so full of no logic and no sense things just because. So if you need help, maybe you want to book a session with me, you want to watch some other stuff, some other of my videos, you want to read some books. I'm just so excited to start this book today, and if I didn't have things to do today, I'm going to finish this book this very today, right? It's inspiring, and maybe you want to think about writing one for yourself, not necessarily as fiction, but as non-fiction. Why not? Who's going to do what? Okay, well, so I'm Maria Abanga. The links to my different channels and different handles where you can reach me are all there in the description, and I think I'm going to add the link to the last video on processing pain. Until next Tuesday, God bless us all.